Anyone maybe in like California or down in Miami or something want to trade places for a few months, that'd be great. This is like anti-slang weather. I don't know what you're supposed to do with weather like this. We got cancellations all over. This is the second straight weekend that we've had a cancellation at Arby's happy hour. Very, very disappointing. I thought I'd do a slight change of pace in this video, talk a little bit more about the back rehab, what I've done and what's worked for me, since it seems like lumbar spine injuries and powerlifting go together as well as BTC and a lovely thick lady. First, gotta stop at Starbucks. Can't, function without that. I think this is what addiction feels like. Some people, spend their money on drugs, beer, hookers. I spend my money on all those and then Starbucks too. I know you guys aren't as dumb as me, but listen to this. Until recently, I had no idea that with brewed coffee, I thought that with the darker the roast, the more caffeine it had. But in fact, it is the exact opposite. So go-to now is that blonde roast. I think that's why I wasn't hitting PRs. Throwing in a little Henny with that dark roast just wasn't, it wasn't cutting it. I felt like I was still just missing a little something. That blonde roast really pushes me over the edge. Right now, headed to the gym. I'll give you a quick overview of what the training schedule looks like on a weekly basis now. So right now it's 4 lifting days a week. So Monday is the deadlift focus day with accessories. Tuesday's a bench upper body focused with accessories and stuff. Thursday is squat, and Friday's another upper body bench day. So, and then obviously there's variation within those days on a week-to-week basis, but that's like the general guideline. And then to go along with that, there's cardio 4 times a week about, give or take. So right now it's Saturday. Today's one of those days. And this will kind of tie into later when I cover, because you'll realize this is a pretty important day. This has been a pretty important day, these cardio mobility days for the back rehab, possibly the most important days. So that'll kind of tie in later. So I'll do a day like this on Wednesday, Saturday, and then sprinkle 2 more in across the lifting days, usually like on an upper body after an upper body workout. And then Sunday will be completely off. So usually I don't do anything Sundays. That's how it's been for a long time. And so 6 days in the gym doing something. So I made sure to come back to the casting couch for this segment because it only seems appropriate. Over the last year, I've had several pretty severe lower back flare-ups, all resulting from either squat or deadlifting. What I'm suffering from is a disc herniation, a bulging disc.
Agent claims that at the request of the team, Hurst has been playing with a bulging disc in his neck since the start of the season.
Not a ruptured disc, nothing that requires surgery. It is a pretty common injury in powerlifting and in general, actually, so I figured it's worth doing a video on, or in a little more detail. So I've been able to get this under control pretty well. It feels great right now. It feels much stronger, feels much more stable now than it did like even 4 or 5 months ago. So I just wanted to share, if I had to narrow it down to like 3 exercises that I've been doing consistently in that time frame that I think I benefited the most from. First is going to be a specific type of cardio, or should I say types, and this has been the Stairmaster, walking on the treadmill or walking in general, or the elliptical. Most of you know who suffered back injury, walking is probably the single best exercise you could possibly do in order to improve your condition and heal. A lot of this has to do with the fact that it activates the muscles around the spine, around that low back area. very well, and it's a rather low impact exercise. And that's why I was very specific with the types of cardio that I did. I wanted to train that area. I wanted to get blood flowing to that area with the least impact on the spine itself possible. So both the elliptical and the Stairmaster are great in that sense. You're not pounding the pavement. Out of those three, I probably use the Stairmaster the most, just because I feel like it was the most difficult. It actually kind of helped rehab my knee at the same time, strengthen the quad, all the muscles around there. So it kind of killed two birds with one stone, but all three have the same purpose. Very, very underrated piece of specialty powerlifting equipment that I don't think is utilized by enough people. I know it's utilized by the West Side group, but it is very underutilized by powerlifters who have had disc issues in the past. It is one of the best exercises at simultaneously decompressing the spine while working all the muscles surrounding that lumbar spine area. I started off, as you can see in this clip, with just body weight, and I did that for at least 3 weeks before adding any weight. It's not really about seeing how much weight you can stack on as quick as possible with this exercise. You just want to make sure those muscles, you just want to get those muscles working. And I know this is a piece of equipment that not many gyms have, unless you go to like a powerlifting gym. So I just included another very simple body weight exercise that kind of has the same purpose and works similar muscles that I also did on a very regular basis. The best core exercise you could possibly do, in my opinion. As someone with a disc issue, crunches are out of the question, as they should be for anyone else out there with a disc issue, or I'd even say with lower back injuries in general. All my lower back flare-ups happened because the lower lumbar spine went into flexion, and what are you doing on a crunch? Putting the lower back into flexion. Regular plank, the side plank, all the plank variations keep your spine in a neutral position while working the rest of your core. Ask anyone, the #1 best way to alleviate a disc issue non-surgically is by strengthening the core. You're strengthening the core while keeping your spine in a neutral position. Best of both worlds right there, and something that I was doing probably, or still am doing, about 3 or 4 times a week. Obviously, I'm not an orthopedic surgeon or anything. I only play one on Pornhub. I have managed this back issue pretty well, I think. I have it back feeling pretty normal. I'm squatting, deadlifting, benching now, so I figured it's worth a share. If you want to take bits and pieces out of this, try it for yourself. Go right ahead. Before I leave you guys, I'm going to show you a fire smoothie. I'm talking Jamba Juice. Jamba Juice sucks, actually. Smoothie King, though. Always wash your hands, kids. Never know where these things go. If you guys don't have a NutriBullet,
if you don't chew Big Red, then you.
You're missing out. This is one of the best things I own. We're gonna start with about a half a cup Almond Breeze unsweetened vanilla. Next, we're gonna go about a half a cup of this yogurt. This is a big reason why I have these twice a day. Had some stomach issues. Instead of taking a probiotic supplement or something, something like this can be really good. I lied about the half a cup. It's more just like 3 ounces, so a little under a half a cup. We're gonna throw in about half of this frozen banana right here. A little sus, but gets the job done. 1 tablespoon peanut butter. And last but not least, the only protein powder that I found works for my stomach, this Dymatize ISO 100. All other ones seem to give me all sorts of problems, but this one's pretty good. So highly suggest it for the sensitive stomachs out there. A few ice cubes and we're good to go. Comes out with a pretty good consistency, not too thin, not too thick, kind of similar to Angela. before I end this video, I was just wondering if any of you guys had Twitter. I have a Twitter that I go on a pretty decent amount, but I like never post anything, never very active or anything. I feel like it's not too big in the fitness world, but if any of you guys have a Twitter, I'll follow you back and maybe be more active on there. And same goes for Instagram too. At Kiger Strength on both Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, there's the social media whoring of the day. I haven't been spending too much time lately on Instagram, but I probably will as obviously I start squatting, benching, deadlifting more. Yeah, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.